Welcome to Ollivander Education's quick guide to the 11 Plus assessments. What are the 11 Plus tests? The 11 Plus tests are a voluntary set of exams set for children which are frequently used as entrance exams for schools with minimum entry requirements. These are commonly known as selective entrance. Generally, these schools will set an English, maths, and sometimes a verbal reasoning and non-verbal reasoning assessment. Some schools will also require a timed essay. The pass mark for these assessments will depend on the individual standards of the school. When are the 11 Plus tests? 11 Plus tests are usually taken in September or October of the child's final year in primary school, although some can be later in the year. Assessment days are usually held at the school where an application has been made and generally take around 3 hours, although some are done remotely. Some schools will also have an interview process and/or require a timed essay. Are all the 11 Plus tests the same? Unfortunately not. Schools provide different tests which may be provided by a number of different companies and can be quite different. When thinking about preparing for the 11 Plus tests, it's important to identify which assessment the school you are applying for uses. This will help you prepare most effectively. Are the tests aligned with the Key Stage 2 curriculum? On the whole, yes. Most of the providers align their tests with the Key Stage 2 English and Maths curriculum, so your child should have covered most of what they need to know in school. However, the tests are designed to be challenging and may ask questions beyond what has been covered, or in a way that may not have been encountered in the curriculum of their current school. It is unlikely that the verbal and non-verbal reasoning will have been covered in primary school, particularly in the state sector. What are the verbal and non-verbal reasoning tests? Verbal and non-verbal reasoning tests are not covered by the national curriculum and are used to assess a child's problem-solving skills. The verbal reasoning test is used to assess a young person's ability to use and understand words and language. It tests the ability to search for patterns in words, for broad and varied vocabulary, and the ability to problem-solve with letters and words. Some of it may have been covered by the national curriculum, however the style and type of questions are very different from those in the SAT and should definitely be practiced before taking. Non-verbal reasoning is all about recognising visual patterns and applying logical reasoning to sequences of shapes and pictures. With shape and space being a very small part of the national curriculum, this will almost certainly be new to many learners who are not at schools which directly prepare for the 11 Plus, and should therefore be practiced before they are taken. How can we prepare our child for the 11 Plus assessment? There are lots of great resources out there for preparing for the 11 Plus assessments for a small cost. As with so many things in life, a little practice can go a long way with the 11 Plus preparation. For at-home preparation, I particularly like the Bond books, but plenty of other options are available, and you might like to shop around for resources that are most suitable for your young learner. If you are lucky enough to be in a position to acquire the services of a tutor, then this can make a substantial difference, and there is lots of local expertise. At Ollivander Tutoring, we are delighted to be in a position to offer both one-to-one and small group tutoring for competitive rates should this be of interest to you. Helping your child navigate these tests can really make a big difference, and in the competitive environment of school admissions, it is definitely something worth considering. Should you wish to find out more about what Ollivander Education can offer your child, please contact us at bookings@ollivandereducation.co.uk or private message us on any of our social media channels.